Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea, a channel for marriage-minded men. I made a couple videos about when to know that you should stop chatting to a Filipina. And I say Filipina because I married a woman from the Philippines. That's what a Filipina is. Back in 2015, it's a very exciting thing to do online. I think it's a very easy thing to do online. For the most part, my experiences with myself and others have been that the Filipinas are very happy to talk to men. Once in a while, you'll find someone that has a lot of trouble. But I think generally, getting them to camera is the thing you want to do as soon as possible, not just be texting all the time. But there may come a time when you have to decide it's best to move on and try someone else. So I mentioned some other things in the previous videos you can look at. The one I'm going to look at today is about when her familiar ways of acting now irritate you. This comes from Psychology Today, an article from there. And please subscribe here to Love Beyond the Sea and leave a comment if you can relate to any of this. Naturally, we tend to overlook some things early on when we're interested in somebody, especially when we already feel some kind of connection with them. But when a guy finds some things annoying about her and it's really bothering him, either he must learn to let it go or just to let go of her. This might not be something she is doing wrong, but the foreigner is increasingly troubled by something about her. Could be her accent. He might have thought that was cute at first, and then maybe he finds it irritating. Could be her handle on the English language. Same thing. Could be a little endearing at the first, and then become more irritating as time goes by, like my throat. Now, resentment of her lack of education or how much she talks about her family could be things that become now irritating after hearing it a lot. Maybe just the simple woman tag starts to resent him. Perhaps she has become clingy. Maybe she has impressed him with being aggressive in school and work, but she wants to continue that if she were to marry and move to his country. So now he's kind of thinking, well, I was glad to see her be so hardworking, but I don't know if I want her to do that here. At some point, I think you don't want to be wasting anybody's time, and you have to know what you're willing to accept and put up with, because she's going to have to do the same thing with the foreigner. Now, what about social media like Facebook? Facebook is huge in the Philippines. You might even, use it yourself, but she might overuse it. You can't legislate how much time she spends on it, and it's going to be a lot when she is first with you. Perhaps she is shy, and that is endearing. However, after a certain amount of time, she is still like that, and he expected or hoped that she would be coming out of her shell a bit. Maybe she had a way about her that was endearing at first. Now it's irritating, like the way she laughed or the way she acted in some way. If that is threatening to put an end to what looked like a promising relationship, it may be time for some self-reflection on the part of the foreigner. On the other hand, if she has a personal habit that he just decides he can't stand, he might need to move on rather than be frustrated or frustrate her, wanting her to change. He's got to be careful to avoid controlling her to fit his idea of the right Filipina. And if this guy tends to be a perfectionist, the irritation over her is going to need to be dealt with. There are no perfect Filipinas or perfect anybody. We simply can't find the perfect wife in every way because she doesn't exist. And even if she did exist, she wouldn't want us. We all need to ask ourselves if we love this Filipina enough to get past certain things that have become irritating. All we have to do is realize that she is going to have to do the same thing. So the next one I make, we're going to be talking about some subtle and not so subtle verbal abuse that could occur when you're talking to somebody. And at that point, you want to end that relationship. So please leave a comment, subscribe if you will, here on Love Beyond the sea.